Welcome to our August First Friday Means Business. We got a great program planned for you today. Want to say thank you to everybody for coming out. We're going to hear from our sponsor in just a few minutes, and then again a great program from our headmaster and our superintendents at our schools. Hope you enjoyed a great breakfast. We're going to return thanks for that, and then we'll begin our program. If you would, bow and pray with me. Father, we love you. We thank you for a new day that you've given us today, Lord. Thank you for so many opportunities to serve. And I pray today, Lord, that we would look at each and every circumstance or situation as just that, an opportunity to serve you and to grow in your likeness and to share the love that you so freely shared with each one of us. Lord, just bless this day and our time in your presence. And thank you, Lord, for the food that's been provided today. I ask that you bless it to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to your service in Christ's name. Amen. And if you would now, help me welcome our Chamber Board Chair, Ms. Jennifer Bryant.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has had a great summer and ready to start back to school. I hear some chatter in the room. I think as parents we all are. Tag you're it. Love the teachers, appreciate them and the administrators so much for all that they do and instill in our children and help teach them throughout the school year. At this time, we will call on Josh Powell to do the city talk, and then Jason Dollar will come do our chamber talk.
Good morning, everyone. Excited to be with you this morning after our summer hiatus. I know the Chamber and Heath and his team have remained busy during the summer, even though we didn't meet, but glad to be with you this morning. I know that several of you probably got your new assessment notice from the tax assessor's office in the mail, and it was an exciting thing to open and read. I do, just a point of clarification on that, because I've received some phone calls and emails about it and some confrontations, but the city and those taxing authorities don't have anything to do with the assessment value of your property. So if you have questions about those or concerns, then you can direct those to the tax assessor's office and they can help you with that. Now, once we get the full digest, then our council will review those and consider what the tax rate should be, the millage rate should be for this upcoming year. So just a point of clarification on that. The city's got a lot of different projects going on, but some main ones that I wanted to mention were the Madison Street project is underway. If you've been over that way recently, you've seen the road's been milled up. So the contractors are working steady on that project, and we hope to have that delivered in the next 6 to 9 months. Also, our Northside Fire Station is going to be, construction is going to begin on that in the next few weeks. And so we're excited about that project and be able to have a nice new station on the north side of town to ensure we have adequate fire protection for our community. So just a few things that are going on with the city, and thank you for having me with you this morning.
And I want to highlight 2 exciting events we have coming up. At the Chamber, we're always looking for new and exciting things and initiatives to put before you in the community, and we have a couple of those in the next 30 days or so. On August the 28th, Wednesday morning, right here in this building from 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have a Business Academy seminar titled Marketing Money Matters, Spend Smarter. That is sponsored by Clements & Keene Insurance, so we thank them very much for their sponsorship. But if you are looking to learn better ways to market your business, we all know it's a very competitive environment out there. I know marketing is key. If you get your name out there, people will do business with you, will spend with you. So we have a great speaker named Kate Sanders who's coming for that. 1 hour, come out, attend. I think you'll get a lot out of it. You can go to our website and sign up for that. Again, Business Academy, Marketing Money Matters, Spend Smarter. That's on Wednesday, August the 28th. And on Tuesday, September the 3rd, right after Labor Day, in the evening from 5 to 7 p.m. at the OFTC Porter Center, if anyone in the room or you know anyone in the room interested in launching a child care business, we're here talking about schools today. Obviously, we have to get them to school, get them to that age, but child care is a huge topic in our world, in our state, and everywhere around about good quality child care. So if you know of anyone interested in launching a child care business, maybe somebody already just starting in the child care business, we're going to have a lot of great information there, how you open it, how you sustain it. There's a lot of regulations that go into that. So tell them about it Tuesday, September 3rd, 5 to 7 p.m. at the OFTC at the Porter Center. Go to our website, check those things out, and please sign up. Thank you.
At at this time, we want to thank Georgia Hospice Care for their sponsorship of today's program. And with that organization, we have Ms. Ashley Vickers. So at this time, if you'll come forward with Georgia Hospice Care. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take that down because if I stand behind the podium, you will not see me. So I just want to take just a couple of minutes and share a few things with you about Georgia Hospice Care. And when I was thinking about this, the last event that we did, someone came up to me and a couple of us afterwards and said, "Gosh, I hope I never need you." And the first thing that came to my mind, I actually said to her, I said, "Well, you know, one dies." And so, unfortunately, everybody might miss at one point or another. And, you know, my prayer, and I said to her, my prayer to you is I hope you do need us. And what I mean by that is, I hope that you don't have a loved one in yourself that's not tragically and suddenly taken from you. I hope that you have the opportunity to need hospice care. And what I mean by that is I hope that you have the opportunity to have that time to process and to plan for that end of life with your loved one or with yourself. And with that, I hope and I pray that you have the opportunity to have a team of caring and compassionate individuals that come along beside you and be with you, that are skilled and knowledgeable in a disease process that you or your family member is going through, that help take the burden off of you, that help with that care that you're doing in the home. You have caregivers come in to your home or to their place that they call home and take the burden off of you. And that I hope when you're faced with the inevitable, that you have somebody that's there with you to help give that loved one or yourself the best quality on your terms for whatever quantity that you have left in life. So, if you are faced with it, I just really hope and pray that you do have the opportunity to utilize the benefit of hospice. So, that's my hope and my prayer for you, that unfortunately everybody at some point in time is going to leave and go on to eternity, and I hope that you have the opportunity to use the benefit of hospice. So also, I have some important things to tell you. If you want more information about that, see one of us up here at the front table. We have some information here. I hope you don't need us today. I hope you don't need us soon. I hope you don't have a loved one that's in that situation right now. But when the time comes, we'd love to educate you on what we have to give you and to help love you through that. And then also, there's some lovely centerpieces on the table. Pick somebody at your table. Don't fight, please. But pick somebody at your table, and you're welcome to take the flowers with you. And there's also some slides and stuff on the table you're welcome to as well. Thank you so much for having us. We're excited to help you kick off the school year. So if you need us, we're here. Thanks again for having us.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Ask Curry Maffett Insurance in Dublin and Augusta if auto owners make sense for you.
When someone says the word bank, what comes to mind? For most folks, it's probably money or loans. Maybe it's vaults and safe deposit boxes or big wooden desk. The problem is, these are all just things, and a bank is not a collection of things. A bank is a collection of stories. Stories of friendship and family, of community and fellowship. But what makes a story a good one? At Morris Bank, we see stories unfold every day. And for us, a story is good when there's someone to root for, to celebrate their wins, and to walk with them through their setbacks. What I mean is, a good story needs a hero. Like when after years of saving and months of searching, a young couple finds the perfect place to start their family. Or when a cornerstone of the community, after years of success, decides that it's time to expand their reach and to grow into the future. Since 1954, we've been witness to the story of Middle and South Georgia, turning a new page with every goal accomplished and dream secured. If you've been around long enough, you've heard one of us say, "It pays to bank blue." Why? Well, if we've learned anything through all those years, it's that the hero of our story is you. Every win, every celebration, every home bought, every business open, every dream secured has been your story. We've just had a front row seat, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
At this time, we will move to our program today. We are excited to have Dublin City School Superintendent, Lawrence County School Superintendent, and Trinity's new head of school with us today. So we have Dr. Fred Williams, Mr. Clifford Garnto, and Dr. Larry Collins. So at this time, please help me welcome Dr. Fred Williams, and y'all just come in that order. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us here today. We're excited and just glad to be here amongst our colleagues, Mr. Gonto and Dr. Collins, and want to talk to you a little bit about the goings on in your Dublin City school system. At your table, you have a couple handouts there. On the back of the College and Career Readiness handout, you'll find a QR code with the things that I want to share this morning, although I might not be able to get to all of them, but also you have other information. But if you click on that first QR code in the top left corner, you can follow along with me. I want to start out as we look at our vision, mission, and beliefs. I just want to rush to get to our belief statement number 7. Early and ongoing involvement of community and family is critical to success. And I want to just pause because the third graders that we had this year, they started pre-K on a laptop at home. And those students worked hard throughout this year, along with community. That word prefix com means with, the rest of the word speaks to itself. And I want to thank all of the volunteers for Rotary Read the Lead and the impact you made, not only cognitively with the 10-point increase in scores, but also effectively helping young people give a star of hope beyond the disadvantage of life. So let's give all those volunteers a hand. I asked Heath, I grew up Episcopal and Baptist, and so I asked him which way did he want me to go. He told me to stick with the Methodist, so I'm gonna try to be timely. So to do that, I provided a handout on your desk where you're sitting about 3 opportunities for me to listen and us learn together. I want to talk legislatively. I want to talk the money, because Jimmy Allgood always said, if it ain't about the money, it's about the money. I want to talk taxes and everything in between and let you know what we're doing to be fiscally responsible. So you see the different options that you have to come and share your hearts with us. We're glad to be a public school that also offers amenities that you will find in your private school settings, such as complete school choice. We have themed elementary schools. We have programs of choice, the International Baccalaureate, as well as our Irish Gifted Academy. We offer tumbling and dance inside the school day, also as well as Bible classes in the Dublin City schools. We are green and growing. Our enrollment right now has gone up 9% within the less than 2 years. And so if the trends are correct, we're slated to be 11% growth in the Dublin City schools by September 1. And that would take about 100 more students to do that. Also, we have an option for quality daycare. We know that that's a big topic around the nation and in the state and locally. And we have the Leaping Learning Leprechaun Academy, where we provide daycare for our staff members at no charge. Also, our Teaching as a Profession pathway class at Dublin High School, those students go in and do practicums. I see my 3-minute mark there. Dual enrollment, we're very excited about what we're doing with our partnerships with the I-16, I-95 corridor, where we partner with Candler County, Metter, Evans County, Liberty County, McIntosh County. We've been working with Hyundai, making sure that the skills that our young people are leaving high school with are what's going to help them at Hyundai, but also the Tier 1 suppliers in our community. We do have the economic partnership development designation with the state and the Economic Development Authority. And Baby Irish will be September the 28th, and that is a program where we're working with parents, not just Dublin City School parents, but any parent on the development of appropriate activities and things that they can do at home. All of our different agencies are there again, so we thank you. We're proud to serve you here in the Dublin City community, and we just would, if you could come out to one of those talking conversations with me, I would love to be able to share more with you. God bless you, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line dealer for Gravely lawnmower sales and service.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound-guided injections now, and physical therapy, and just a little bit better space. So hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
As most of you know, one of our charges from the community was stability at the administrative level, which since 2020, I believe we've established that. We've only lost 2 administrators throughout the district in 4 years up until this year. And fortunately for Dr. Hightower, most of you know her, she's now the new superintendent over in Montgomery County, so we're proud of her. And Julie Dyer, who's over our federal programs, you probably heard from her throughout the last several years. She retired, and so that kind of made a domino effect of things in Lawrence County, and that's one of the things we're proud of, is that we feel like we have enough leadership within our district that we're able to pull within our district and not have to go outside our district to make those replacements. And so we were able to hire Dr. Lawhorn as associate superintendent for pre-K through 5, and we were able to hire Janelle Butler, who was at the time the principal at East Lawrence Primary, as our federal programs director. We were fortunate enough to replace those 2 with 2 great candidates. And Garrett Cannon, who was assistant principal over at West Middle, is now the principal over at East Middle. And Brandy Purser, who was the assistant principal over at East Lawrence Middle, is now the principal at East Lawrence Primary. So we're proud of that stability that we have within our district, and we've been training those guys for the last several years, so we had great confidence in them. And then we were also able to make those assistant principal replacements within our district as well. So we do a great job. Dr. Lawhorn, Dr. Hall, and Dr. Hightower have done a great job of training our future principals, and we're proud of the work that they've done there. One of the great things we have is stability within our schools and retaining our teachers, and there's some key things to retaining those teachers. But fortunately, we have 93% of our teachers are in field, which is something we're proud of. Those who are out of field hold a certificate, but they may be elementary and teaching in special ed, or maybe special ed teaching elementary. And so those are some of the things we're proud of, just being able to retain those teachers and high quality teachers. That's my 1 minute mark. Our academic achievement this year, our milestone scores continue to be towards the top of the RESA district and above the state average. Of the 12 assessments that we took, we were above the state in 11 of the 12. We didn't take any, we took math assessments, but we've got a new math test because we had a new math curriculum. We won't get those results until after Labor Day, and generally we knock it out of the park in math. That's really our shining star. AP program, we had 130 students who took an AP test this year, and 82% of those passed those tests, which gives them college credit. Give you an example, my daughter left, she passed one of her AP tests, she got 2 college credits for that course. And so that's a big benefit to parents as they move on to the next level. About 30% of our juniors and seniors are involved in dual enrollment, either at GMC, Oconee Fall Line, Middle Georgia State, some at Bruton Parker. And so that's a big benefit to our parents as well. When you have 30% of your juniors and seniors participating in dual enrollment, it takes a big burden off of those parents. One of the community programs we're real proud of is that Terry Cobb come to us with the idea of starting EMR, which leads into EMT. And so in our high school programs, we started that in our CTA program. This year he has 30 new enrollees for his night program, and 10 of those are from our high school programs, and so a third of those. He He's had a shortage, difficulty hiring in that area, and so we've been able to help him in that area as well. And so our partnerships in the community are very key to us. From a finance standpoint, we just invested $1 million in our new curriculum for our K through 5. That was something that was kind of mandated by the state. We had to move into. We already had a curriculum in place, but fortunately for us, it timed out where our license on the current one was going out, and so it comes as a good time for us. And so we put that $1 million toward new curriculum. From a financial standpoint and teacher retention, last year, traditionally, for educators, after 21 years, you don't get a pay raise after 21 years, traditionally. But in Lawrence County, the board passed a new pay scale, which gave a 2% raise on odd years on the top of our pay scale. So at 23, 25, 27, and 29, our teachers now get a 2% raise, which is great for retention. We're able to give every employee, from teachers, parapros, custodians, a $2,000 bonus last year. We're proud of that. We gave that in January. Probably the biggest financial benefit for our employees is that for our certified staff, we were able to increase our pay scale by 2.5% above what the governor had done for us, and our non-certified by 8%. And that's our custodians, lunchroom workers, secretaries, paraprofessionals. And so we're real proud of that. And also from a financial standpoint and an academic standpoint, the state had traditionally come out with a star rating for your financial efficiency. So if you rank us in the RESA district, there are 10 schools in the RESA district, and you rank us from top to bottom, we're in the very bottom of what we spend per child. The only one below us is Bleckley County. We spend about $11,500 per student. They spend about $30 less per student. And you think, well, are we not investing enough in our students? I say, yes, we are investing enough, because we're in the bottom part of the investment, but we're on the top end of performance. So we're on the bottom end from a state perspective. We're in the bottom 25% on investment, but on the academic end, we're in the top 35%. So your return on investment is great. So Coach Clayton must need something desperately in the athletic program. So let you know, as a return on investment to the community, we're being good stewards with the money that we have and the money that we're receiving from our taxpayers, and we appreciate the support that you have for us in Lawrence County Schools.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin with Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
We invite y'all to come down to Holy Smokes Barbecue, Dublin's fresh everyday barbecue source. 1100 Hillcrest Parkway, 272 Ribs. You can place your orders online, dublinbbq.com. We're all about faith, family, and friends. And remember, life's too short to eat bad barbecue. We're so thankful for you, Dublin. You guys have been so good to us, and we just want to invite you guys just to come on and experience what we think good barbecue is.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I want to thank the Chamber, Mr. Taylor, on his work. Just in my few weeks here in the community, already become very grateful of their efforts. They've helped us with our new teacher appreciation program, And just a couple of weeks ago, the great announcement here with the University of Georgia's Archways program. So that's great for the community. Trinity Christian wants to be a part of the community. We want to be one piece of the educational opportunities that our children have. As you've heard already today, they're great opportunities. And Dublin and Lawrence County is very fortunate to have the opportunities that we do have here. So thank you, Dr. Williams, Mr. Garnto, for sharing your time with us this morning. Jennifer asked me to share a few minutes on a personal note just because of I'm being new here, and so if you haven't had enough coffee, you may fall asleep for the next couple of minutes right here. I do have a confession. They say confession is good for the soul. You can be the judge of that a little bit later. But I believe my maternal grandmother would want me to share with you that her bloodline is Scottish. And so let me tell you the conflict and challenge I had to overcome as a first grader on St. Patrick's Day in Camilla, Georgia, when my maternal grandmother would call to remind us that we were Scottish and not Irish. I don't know if you can realize how hard it is for a first grader to explain to their classmates why they should not be pinched on St. Patrick's Day because they're Irish. I loved my maternal grandmother very much, but starting in second grade, I wore a pair of green socks every day on March 17th. We have 3 children. Our oldest 2 are in college. Prayerfully will be finished soon. Our oldest is in his 4th year at the University of Georgia, political science major, already has a job. We're very proud of him. He's got all kind of thoughts he'll be happy to share with you on any political idea you may have ever had. Like we need more of that right now. My middle child is in his 3rd year. He's a little ahead because of dual enrollment, some other opportunities. Finance major at Georgia College. And so if you need a 20-year-old to keep up with your financial records, I've got somebody who would be happy to do that for you. And our little baby will be a senior this year at Trinity Christian. So Mary Ramsey, we are beginning that process all over again about looking for the right college and opportunities for her. And my bride of 26 years is a dietitian. And so she will be finishing up her responsibilities in Leesburg and Albany, the healthcare area there to Labor Day, and then she'll unfortunately she's a great partner, I'm sure, just as your spouse, in terms of making this transition work. And so that's a little bit in terms of our personal life. I wanted to share just a few things with you about Trinity Christian that maybe you do, maybe you don't know. And one for a chamber meeting, I always like to point out a few things about economics. And so our school budget is just over $4.2 million, and so that's in the local economy. 4.2 piece there. We employ over 55 full-time employees as well as 12 part-time employees, and so in the Dublin and Lawrence community, we hope that we contribute there. In terms of local tax dollars, we would save approximately about $1.5 million for the 8 counties. Obviously, that's spread over the 8 counties those students would reside in terms of tax dollars for the local schools. And so those are just a couple of pieces in terms of economic benefit that we hope Trinity Christian is providing. The mission of Trinity Christian, very simply, is teaching the truth. Trinity Christian serves just under 400 students, K through 12, in a college preparatory Christian school. There's 3 areas that we really try to focus on in terms of Trinity Christian. First is the academic, of course. First, we're a school. 90% of our graduates last year qualified for Hope Scholarship. All of our students take either the SAT or ACT. Over the last 5 years, in our 8 county service area, we have the highest ACT, SAT scores in those counties. We have a great partnership as our local public school partners do as well, with Middle Georgia College, Georgia Military College, Oconee Fall Line, and Bruton Parker as well. Over 80% of our seniors are enrolled in dual enrollment classes, and 65% of our juniors are enrolled in dual enrollment classes. Now, for our juniors, those classes are actually offered on campus, but through those college universities. Last year, we had one National Merit finalist. That placed that student in the top 1% in the country. Involvement. We believe that it is more than, we want our students to do more than just come and learn. We want them to be involved and learn other life skills. Over 90% of our high school students are involved with at least one Trinity Christian extracurricular activity, and they're involved with many of our youth leadership programs here in the community. The one piece that makes Trinity Christian distinct in our community is this mission in terms of Christian education. Now, all of our classes are taught through a biblical worldview. Students in their involvement in extracurricular and local activities, we hope are doing so in a way that's honoring to God. We certainly do not have perfect children. We all are sinners, but we hope that they are pursuing, honoring, and being Christ-like. We try to instill in our students to serve others. Each of our high school students will serve on a mission trip in January in one of 5 options in the countries of Dominican Republic, Panama, Gulf Shores, Alabama. I think we all could agree that people in Alabama need Jesus. Hilldale, Utah, and then locally Lawrence County. My grandmother, who is over a 50-year veteran educator in the Albany-Darney County school system, I spent summers with her with my father, who was also a retired public educator. And as I'm going through my genealogy, my grandfather was the county superintendent of Mitchell County during the late 60s and early 70s. And so I'm very proud of my roots in terms of education. But my grandmother, during one summer in middle school, I was involved in, as maybe middle school boys made something of a less than a wise choice. And in talking with my grandmother about that, I said, but Grandma, everybody did that. Everybody did that. And I think if your grandma was a little bit like mine, she responded with, well, if everyone was jumping off the bridge, would you? Right? Now, to be quite honest, probably at that moment I would have said, yes, ma'am, I sure would have if everybody would have jumped off the bridge. Conforming to society. We don't want our students to conform, but to be unique and to lead. Each year, the school chooses a verse, and this year our verse is Romans, it's actually 2 verses, Romans 12, 1 through 2, and you probably know this verse 2, but it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that by testing you may discern what the will of God, what is good, acceptable, and perfect. We believe Romans and the Bible gives us 2 truths. Don't conform to the world, just like our grandmothers taught us. But we also believe it holds the truth in what Paul suggests and what our Savior suggests, that we should be transformed, and the best way of doing that is being more like Christ. And so we're so grateful to be a part of this community, but our distinct mission at Trinity Christian is to prepare students for life after high school, giving them opportunities to honor God in their daily activities and to serve others in a school that has a biblical worldview. Thank you for allowing me to share this morning with you. And please let us know how Trinity Christian can be a better neighbor in our community. Thank you.
The weather's heating up here in Middle Georgia, and the deals are hot at Dublin Nissan. So when you come in, look for the red tag specials like this Nissan Altima or the new restyled 2024 Frontier. So come into Dublin Nissan during our red tag sale and take advantage of 0% financing or up to $10,000 savings off of MSRP.
At Dublin Nissan, get rates as low as 2.9% for 36 months on the Armada.
And remember, Don sells Nissans well, only at Dublin Nissan.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
That was awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. I want to say thank you again, Ashley and the team at Georgia Hospice Care for sponsoring this morning. Let's give them one more round of applause. do want to remind you, the tables, your flowers on the table, we're going to leave it up to you to choose who can take that flower home today. And just a reminder again, Jeff, put that flower down. I'm just kidding. Want to remind you what Jason mentioned to you earlier, the importance of childcare. This event that we're going to have at OFTC, if you're here today and you're a banker, you've probably received an email from me if you'd like to be there to talk about lending for this event. If you're a realtor, we'd like for you to be there to talk about possible spaces that people might be able to have one of these facilities. If you're interested in childcare and you know somebody that might want to work in childcare, anything childcare relative, we're going to have folks from the state as well as local at that event. We have got to grow. We are, if we were at maximum capacity, many people in the room probably don't know this, if we were at maximum capacity in all of our daycare, child care facilities in Lawrence County, which we're not because they can't be fully staffed, but if we were, we would be providing child care for children up to the age of 5 at 40.1%. So we've got a lot of work to do in that area to grow our child care. And I know, Fred, you guys are doing some wonderful things over at the city as well. We got to have those type of innovative ideas and solutions to address these things. So want to make sure you're aware of that event. It's on September 3rd at OFTC from 5 to 7. And then the Business Academy again with those marketing dollars. That's going to be a great program. I've seen and heard Kate, and she does a wonderful job. She's got some really cool ideas there. And I want to wrap up with something I was sharing with a couple of people this morning. I was at the grocery store Monday, and I heard two gentlemen. They were older gentlemen, and older gets newer to me every year that I get a little bit older, what older is. But they were sharing, and one of the gentlemen, I was waiting. I needed to get something off the shelf behind them. And the gentleman said, "So you've lived in Lawrence County all your life?" And the gentleman replied to him, "Not yet." And I thought about that, and I just thought, wow, that goes in a sermon. I got to figure out how that's going to go in to a sermon. But it fits perfectly with what I had prepared for the week, which is Colossians 3:23 and 24, which says, whatever you do, whatever type of work you do, whatever it is, work enthusiastically as unto the Lord. And I want you to think about that when you go back to work today. You can control one person. So don't get caught up in what a coworker, a family member, a neighbor, or anybody else is doing, because you can't control that. But you can work heartily as unto the Lord. Thank you for making it another great day for business in Dublin, Lawrence County. We are adjourned.